Have you ever had somebody drop a knowledge bomb on you and then it just sends you down a rabbit hole for the next 3 days? I'm gonna read you an out of context note from my good friend and artist Marissa Huber. Can you focus on growth in one area and then think about the 1000 true fan principles to get you out of the quagmire? Let's go. What's going on, everybody? My name is Dave Connery. I'm an artist and designer, and I have one question for you. Are you one of my 1000 true fans? If you're not familiar with the 1000 true fans principle, I believe it came from somebody like Seth Godin, Malcolm Gladwell, I don't know, one of those really smart guys that writes a lot of books. The concept is actually very simple. If you have 1000 true fans, meaning fans that would buy from you every time you put something out, then theoretically you have a business for life. And that metrics like the size of your social media accounts, how many people are on your email list, or all of these other things, none of those matter as long as you have those 1000 very dedicated fans. The problem is that establishing 1000 true fans who buy from you every single time, that is a huge undertaking. It's not really super crazy, but it really goes to the point of that if you want to have more people totally engaged with the work that you do, you need to focus on making sure you are serving them all the time. And here I am trying to promote the fact that we want a client-free business and only just sell things to the people that just want to buy a thing and then disappear. That thinking will not get you to 7 figures, Dave. I'm so tunnel vision right now that I just realized that the board is over there off in the corner, just kind of sitting there being a distraction maybe, or maybe it's just me that's distracted, not you, but I'm gonna fix that. That's better. Unrelated sidebar, let's have a quick conversation about being a boring designer up on here on YouTube. There are so many guys out here, super talented guys, very talented designers, more talented than me, and they make videos that just make me want to pull my eyes out and plug grapes in my ears. I love these guys, but geez, could you please be more interesting? It's actually one of the reasons that I've kind of gotten a little bit more animated. I want people to come here and have fun. Even if you're not a designer, you're not an artist, or you're not any one of the things that maybe you don't even make things, but you're just sitting here watching me, I want you to be entertained. I've been watching some videos lately from some guys that I really have no direct connection to, so far removed from my normal everyday life that it's like you would think like, why would I watch them? But I watch them because they keep me interested. The first one is this guy named Colin Furze, this total whack job British guy who is, like he just makes the craziest contraptions. The other one is this guy, I believe his name is Brendan. His channel is Vice Grip Garage, where he talks about getting really old cars and driving them across country after he has to rebuild them and do some stuff that I normally wouldn't I wouldn't dive into, but they caught my attention, and I've been trying to take lessons for that. If I really think about this, and by the way, this is totally 100% off the cuff. This whole entire video is completely off the cuff. If I take all of those lessons, it actually really kind of goes back to this, what we're talking about right here. It's my job to provide good quality entertainment and information and, just make this more interesting. And to be honest, I'm having a whole lot more fun when I get like this. I really do, It makes these videos so much easier to make. Okay. All the Affinity people have just quickly departed the building. Anyway, so the point of this video is really just to say that I took Marissa's comment to heart, and for the last several days, I've been thinking about it a lot. If you go back to the video of me talking about becoming a 7-figure designer, I put up on that board a whole list of all the different things that I'm going to do, and I am going to be doing all of those things. But she brings up a very significant point. What is the one main thing that I could focus on to really bring people in to start that whole idea of 1000 true fans? I mentioned that I was gonna be creating a course, and I actually had a name for the course, and I was calling it Shop Fearless. And it was all gonna be about demystifying the concepts around Shopify. When I made the announcement, I heard this. I do want to make that course because there were people that come to me asking me for my opinion and my help on that, but I don't know if the thought process that I had around the course was the right one, because it does serve people, but it may not necessarily serve you. So I started to think about how am I going to create something that serves you better. Now, the main concept behind the 7-figure designer is having all of these different income streams, but also not taking on any client work. So everything that I do is going to be based on either things that I just make outright, like say my digital assets and all of those things so that they can help you as designers or artists or whatever, or I'm building things like through print on demand. So there's the t-shirts, the mugs, the posters, whatever other merchandise that I put out so that I can turn around and promote that in a way that helps, helps people, like whether it's just to motivate them because they've got a poster up on the wall, they've got a mug in their face that says something like do the work. No design client work unless you're super special and got a big budget. Just customers buying things that I make because it makes them feel good. And in order for me to make them feel good and make them want to come buy those things, I have to turn them into a true fan. So then what do I do to turn people into a true fan? Damn good question. The 1,000 true fans are going to come to me because I have provided tremendous value. And in order to get to that, I feel like the one thing that I need to focus on is to provide opportunity for you. So while the Shop It Fearless course would give you that, you may not necessarily want that course right now. More likely what you want is to be able to make stuff and make money from that stuff as fast as you possibly can. And part of that comes with the print on demand side of things. But before we even get to the part where we put stuff on shirts and mugs and posters, we need to figure out how to make the things the right way so that you can put them on the shirts, the mugs, and the posters. And we need to do it while having a good time and not being boring. Instead of me making that Shopify course first, what I'm going to do is instead make a bunch of smaller courses that will help people build things so they can make things, and then take that so that they can put it up on a shop and sell it to the world. And once I've gotten more people on board comfortable with that concept, then we can talk about how to build a shop on Shopify or whatever platform you decide to choose. You should choose Shopify, but whatever other platform too. In other words, what I'm going to be making is a few different design-oriented courses that are shorter in length but more focused in their attention so that when you finish it, you walk away with an actual skill that you can use to make more stuff. And the more stuff that you make, the more stuff that you can sell. So what are these courses that I'm going to be talking about? Well, I've got 3 in mind right now. The first one is called Fast Fonts. That one's going to be a full-fledged course on how to take something like, say, your handwriting and turn it into a typeface, or using some distressed type like I did with my first font, which is called Bleed, do that same process and turn that into a typeface. And then turn that also into something that you can sell if you wanted to do that for yourself, or keep it for yourself and just use it for yourself. I will do a truncated video about that whole process on here so you guys can see the process, but if you wanted the full-fledged, knowledge of a designer who's been doing this job for however many years to show you all the nooks and crannies, then that's what the course is going to be. The second one is called Poster Maker, and it's going to be all about making posters, not just so that they stay as posters, but so that you can turn them into other things, like say take the graphics and turn them into a t-shirt design, or put them on a mug or some other element so that you can sell all these different things. Or you take elements from the posters and then turn that into digital assets that you can then sell to other designers like me or like you, but not you, because you already have it. Somebody like you, but that's not you. The third one is called Shirt Machine, which takes the concepts of shirt design and adds in all the understanding that I have learned over the years about what makes a high quality shirt. And this is not just my own knowledge, but knowledge that I've gained from other people that do that. All 3 of those courses I'm gonna be working on over the coming holiday weeks and months maybe. I can't say exactly when all of these courses are going to drop, but I can tell you that Fast Fonts is going to be the first one, and it will probably be within the next week, 2 weeks. You want to be the first to get involved, because I'm going to tell you right now, the first to get involved, they're gonna get something special. If you want to be one of those special folks, you're going to want to go to my website, go sign up for the newsletter, because I'll be talking about all of it there first. Speaking of first, this is the first video I ever made where I talked about all of my intentions regarding the future. Go check that out. In the meantime, go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that bell because you never want to miss a thing. And if you have anything you want to say, you know where the comment box is. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you. Remember, be good today, be even better tomorrow. See ya.